What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tide, and in today's video I'd like to talk to you guys about my experience with the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Alpha that wrapped up over the weekend on the PlayStation 4. It was my original intention to include facecam footage in today's video, but unfortunately I sat down to film yesterday and realized my brand new webcam has a stuck pixel, which results in a mark on your screen not unlike a smudge that you can't wipe off because it's in the video data itself. So my OCD was absolutely not having it, and we're back to the classic Black Tide TV gameplay commentary style for today's episode. Though I'm still using the facecam footage for my live streams on Twitch, it's less obtrusive when it's live versus in a recorded video format. So if you're still dying to see my beautiful face, tune into the Twitch live streams. The link is in the description. I stream every day around 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Speaking of time, we the players didn't have a lot of time with the Black Ops Cold War Alpha, given that it ran from Friday until Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I found this curious given that Call of Duty and Activision are all about the average player nowadays, making the game more accessible for the average player. Assuming the average player is working an average job, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, they might not have heard about the alpha until Friday night, started installing it Saturday, and then finally maybe Saturday afternoon started playing it, hoping that they would be able to play all day Sunday because Sunday is part of the weekend. You know, most people don't work Saturday, Sunday, so it doesn't make sense that they would cut it off so early in the morning on Sunday. I personally fell victim to this. I don't work a Monday to Friday job, but I found myself playing Warzone with my friends Friday, Saturday because I assumed I would be able to grind the alpha all day Sunday. These alphas, betas, they usually go until Monday morning at 10 a.m. or even Tuesday morning at 10 a.m., not Sunday. Alas, my curiosity took the better of me, and luckily for us, I hopped on for a short session very late Saturday night. And boy oh boy, was it a short session. After 3 or 4 very fun games, I was suddenly whisked down the rabbit hole and pitted against the sweatiest of tryhards I've ever laid mine eyes upon. Half the enemy team was sniping as though Phase 5 was still accepting applications, and the other half was playing as though some saw-like contraption was constricting their genitals and squeezing ever so slightly every time they died, as if that same saw-like contraption would disembowel them if they finished the game without the highest of kill-death ratios ever recorded in the history of Call of Duty. I'm sure you've heard others speaking of skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Well, it's here, and it is serious. This is the most prominent the skill-based matchmaking has ever been in a Call of Duty game, in my opinion. The differences between my 4th and 5th game were tangible, not only in the gameplay, but also in the length of time taken to find a match. After the 4th game, as I was sorted into a higher skill bracket, the game struggled to find other players of a similar skill, and thus I was sitting in lobbies waiting for other players for 5, 10, 20 minutes at a time sometimes because the alpha's audience was so limited, and that limited audience then was also limited to the higher skill players that I could possibly match against. Not that I would want to stay and sweat my ass off with those players anyways, as I was trying to experience the farthest reaches of this alpha by using the weirdest weapons and the weirdest equipment and sniping and doing silly things because it's an alpha, and all of these sweaty tryhards are using the best gun, and they're loading it down, and they're drop-shotting and pre-firing and sound-whoring around corners, and it just takes all of the fun out of the game for me. Otherwise, I would have said that I quite enjoyed the alpha. I like the gameplay. It reminds me of Black Ops, the original Black Ops, a lot of the weapons and attachments, though it also feels floaty and more free, like the Black Ops 3 style of gameplay. Like, you move around very quickly and very weightlessly, and it's more arcadey than recent Call of Duty games have been. Specifically, Modern Warfare is very more realistic and grounded. This game feels more like a video game version of that. And while I like both of the games separately, if I were to play them back to back knowing nothing about Call of Duty, I would tell you that these don't feel like they're in the same franchise at all. But they both feel very cool and very fun, and this game feels a lot more arcadey and like you're supposed to be having fun, whereas Modern Warfare feels like you're supposed to be taking a little bit more seriously. Meanwhile, Everyone's taking this game way more seriously because I'm playing against the sweatiest of tryhards that I've ever seen. So you'd think these players are trying really, really hard to get a really nice score on the scoreboard, right? High kills, low deaths, bragging rights. But unfortunately, none of these values are displayed on the in-game scoreboard, as if the game is pandering to those low-skill players once again. There are no kills in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. We're back to the EKIA system of Call of Duty Black Ops 4, where even if you don't finish your enemy, but a teammate does, it counts as your kill as well. Not that you would know, because in most game modes, the scoreboard, it's worse than Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It doesn't show your kills, it doesn't show your deaths, it only shows the values for whatever objective mode you're playing. So if you're playing Hardpoint, it will show how many times you've captured the hardpoint and how much time you've spent on the hardpoint, and that is it. It will not show how many kills or how many deaths you have. The scoreboard is so severely limited, it's a joke. Comment down below if you're in before Call of Duty starts handing out participation medals, or is it already too late for that? The score streak system is a really good example of this. The new score streak system features score streaks that do not reset on death. No, I'm not talking about a subset of support streaks, I'm talking about all streaks. The Chopper Gunner, the highest available score streak in the alpha, does not reset on death. It's valued at 6,000 points, but as long as you are playing the objective and playing half decently well, you can all but guarantee you will have a Chopper Gunner by the end of the game. I can see how the ease of access would be an issue to some, but for me the problem lies in that because the streaks are easy to achieve, they've been nerfed as a result. Watch in just a few moments as I call in a Chopper Gunner in the gameplay, and it's destroyed within a matter of seconds before I can earn maybe 5 kills. The streaks are very powerful offensively, but defensively they are incredibly weak so as to balance the gameplay. It makes it kind of pointless to go for a 6,000 point Chopper Gunner if it's going to be destroyed in a matter of seconds. I'd much rather go for 2 attack helicopters. It makes the high streaks very, very low value given the amount of effort that has to go into them. Another small complaint I have that I would classify as score streak adjacent in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is the UAV ping notification. There needs to be some kind of option to turn this off, or it shouldn't be in the game in general. When you or your teammates are calling in spy planes, it's marking enemies on the minimap, which it always has in previous games as well, but in Cold War, it makes a little boop, boop, boop every single time an enemy is marked. And you know, Call of Duty players, we love our UAVs, we love our spy planes. You are not going to stop hearing boop, 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 the entire length of a match. I was going nuts because it is a very prominent, very loud dinging noise every single time an enemy is marked, and it's very annoying. It's very distracting, and it needs to stop. Wrapping things up, I have a few comments about the maps and the 2 most divisive weapon classes, not just in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, but in every Call of Duty game, the sniper rifles and the shotguns. Starting with the shotguns, they are back to being secondary weapons, which I'm very happy about. I believe it was the original Black Ops that made shotguns primary weapons, a massive mistake in my opinion. Shotguns belong in the secondary weapon category. They are extremely inconsistent in this game. There are times where I'm standing point blank at somebody and I'm blasting them away with a single shot, and then other times I'm hitting them 2 or 3 times and they're not dying, but that's okay, because they are secondary weapons. If they were primaries, I would call the shotguns underpowered, but as of right now, where they stand as secondary weapons, the shotguns feel okay, if a little inconsistent. Sniping, on the other hand, in the alpha at the very least, is absolutely crispy. I adore the sniping in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Though I'm not getting my hopes up, I fully expect it to be nerfed by the time the beta rolls around, so I won't spend too much time here. The sniping feels fantastic, and I wish it would stay the same, but I know that it won't. Last but not least, the maps that were available for the alpha were, in my opinion, way too big. There was a lot of dead area around the edges of the maps that didn't get used. I found myself running aimlessly through the maps trying to find enemies. These are more like Infinity Ward modern tactical maps and not so much the arcadey 3-lane maps, though I've heard that there are more 3-lane maps in the official game, so Looking forward to those. The maps in the alpha were not the best. But that is going to wrap up our video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you are new. Check me out on Twitch. The links are in the description down below. Let me know what you think of the alpha, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.